incorporeal stage is the awareness of who am I. So create the thought that I am incorporeal being, is soul, eternal and immortal. I enter in the body, take birth, play my part, and then leave the body. So the cycle of birth and rebirth continues in the cycle of the time. But now at confluence age, I soul have to return home. So to finish the eye of body consciousness and to finish any kind of ego, while doing actions, when I'm using the body, I create the awareness of my eternal qualities of love and peace. Maintaining spiritual love, a peaceful mind and nature, I soul perform actions through the body. Looking at Baba helps me that how incorporeal Baba through Brahma Baba plays his part very detached and lovely. So while taking drishti from Baba, I look at Baba as that incorporeal and angelic. So I experience incorporeal stage.
तो हम कहते हैं अंदर से अपने पुरुषार्थ में, पर्सनैलिटी में इतनी रियलिटी, रॉयल्टी ऐसी हो जो बाबा के से जो संबंध की प्राप्ति है, संबंध की प्राप्ति, हर संबंध की अलग प्राप्ति है। बाबा के माता के संबंध की प्राप्ति अलग, जो आज बाबा ने कहा, आज का या कल का, वही बाप शिक्षक, टीचर है, वही सतगुरु। अभी एक ही मिनट में अंदर है, बाबा टीचर है, सतगुरु है। वंडरफुल है, वंडरफुल है। ये अनुभव करने से और भी मेरे से ये अनुभव करेंगे। अगर मेरे को ये अनुभव नहीं है, भले मैं कितना भी ज्ञान किसको देंगी, अनुभव नहीं होगा। अरे खाओ खिलाओ, कुछ ऐसा खिलाओ जो किसको ताकत आवे, महसूस होवे, पुरानी कोई कमजोरी फिर से निकल ना आवे। है कमजोरी पुरानी, पर ध्यान नहीं दिया है उस कमजोरी पर। अपने बड़े सेवा में कितनी भी सेवा करे, पर अपने पर कभी भी थोड़ा ध्यान नहीं दिया, एक दिन में भी कोई समय ध्यान नहीं दिया, नुकसान बहुत होता है। अपने ऊपर ध्यान रखो, सेवा लगन से करो, सच्ची दिल से, पर अनुभव से करो। जैसे बाबा अभी अभी माँ है, अभी अभी बाप है, अभी अभी शिक्षक है, अभी अभी सतगुरु है। पर मैं कहती हूँ मुझे दीदी ने सिखाया, ये मेरा सखा है। सखा का अनुभव इतना अच्छा किए करा है, जब कंपनी ऑफ गॉड का बुक बना।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today is step 25, the story of immortality. This one, the chariot. Comprehend the role of Brahma Baba. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. It's lovely to see you all. We know at this time our life is completely different than our previous lives. In this life, we are becoming victorious. We are to conquer all the vices, remove all the alloy from the soul. Many things, right? It's a long list. So when I look at that list, so one of our aim is to become a deity. Baba says a human being with divine virtues. So to maintain my self-respect of divinity, self-respect of self-sovereignty, I need to protect myself. So that is why each goddess is shown with 8 arms. And actually for each goddess, there is a long story of self-protection. I want to be completely pure, but then there are so many who have body consciousness. How do I protect myself? Or someone gets attracted, there is attachment, full of body consciousness. How do I become conqueror? So there are many, many ways people with different attitude and very vicious ones could also come around. But I know that I am a goddess and my yoga is with Almighty Baba. So in that remembrance, I invoke whichever power I need. So actually, I am doing yoga to get these powers for my self-protection. I want to be just peaceful. So if anyone says anything or something happens, I just tolerate it, right? Don't want to confront, right? I just say, okay, that's her role, that's her sanskar. Rather, through my loveful drishti, help that soul also to be peaceful. So whatever virtue I need to be practically imbibe, I need powers to protect it. Because if I lose self-respect and respond to a person who is angry, I lose my self-respect, right? Many times we lose self-respect and then we uh, just react or don't use my power. So my divinity, my goddess quality gets lost. So today I was reflecting and whole thing was emerging in my mind. And I was thinking about each power, power to discern and decide. Very, very big power, right? You have to discern and then decide. Power to withdraw and power to pack. Power to face. There are so many situations. I should be able to face it. So all the 8 powers, each power is for self-protection. I have to protect the crown of light, that is holiness. And then also as we are becoming elevated, the crown of uh, highness or material crown, right? In the sense of I will not stop doing elevated actions and claim my crown. And secondly, is the relationships from the past, karmic accounts from the past will keep blocking my progress, keep blocking my uh, allowing me to reach to that stage, complete stage. So with other souls also, all relationships, I use these powers. So actually it's my benefit, right? And then of course in path of bhakti, so many devotees, they go in front of these goddesses and ask for wealth, ask for blessing, remover of obstacles, so many requests they have or desires. But all that I have to achieve first. I have to be conqueror of that, right? Everyone's journey, obstacles will come, but I have to keep removing them, keep moving forward, keep removing. So naturally the soul's power of becoming free from obstacles will help and can give blessing to other one and saying, yes, you will be free from obstacles. That's what a goddess will do, right? And Dadi Janki said that if you don't have experience, so if you are sharing, others won't also have experience. So becoming aware of each power and using that power for the self and all different relationships makes us victorious, right? We feel very happy about it. And of course, we know that especially for to be divine, the power of purity, the power of peace is very important. But also when I practice yoga, remembrance of Baba, then I also accumulate power of silence. So every day, every moment of life, you need to emerge whichever power is necessary. And then you are free from obstacle. It's easy. But if you don't, then we keep stumbling, right? One fall, then another. Today I lost my mood. Tomorrow, later on, there is something else. So it will keep going on. But then, nor I am Raj Yogi, nor self-sovereign, and I am not on journey. If I am on journey, I need to use all the powers. And really, really, you will feel, yes, today this little situation came and I just use power to withdraw. I use just power to pack. So whole day use these powers. So that is why these powers are shown in two ways. One is as weapons and other is as ornaments, decoration. Sudarshan Chakra is ornament, but also Sudarshan Chakra is shown as uh, that Sri Krishna destroyed the devils. So it's my beauty, but it's also power. That's why some people look at the goddesses with all these hands, 8 hands with different weapons and ornaments, and some say, how come goddess has so many weapons, has sword and coins? We know that they are from the knowledge, but because there is constant fight with the devil and evil, right? When there is fight with devil and the evil, in some way, you need the weapons, right? So Baba always used to say, non-violent warriors. These are the weapons of non-violence. Because if someone gets angry, I also got angry. So it's kind of violence, no? So someone gets angry, I smile and say, it's all right. So that that person also cools off or realize, or I don't want anyone to feel guilty, no? No. Just be happy, overcome, be happy. Let's move along. So on this journey, these are our requirements. Like when you are on journey, so you carry some stuff, right? But on our spiritual journey, this return journey to self-sovereignty, today when I was reflecting, I was very intoxicated, joyful that Baba has said, okay, you are a divine soul, but you have to protect your divinity now, here, from attacks of different vices or even thoughts of others. So I have to be victorious now because Goddess has to be victorious. And if I want both crowns, holiness and highness, then also becoming sovereign, you have to be brave. Any sovereign has to be victorious all the time. To remind yourself that I want to be victorious soul, and for that I need all these weapons, and for my divinity I need all these beautiful ornaments also, my decoration. So I remember Baba and just think of myself as self-sovereign. Power will emerge, you will use it, and you will become a victorious soul. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we'll begin our journey and would like to invite our two sister angels. Welcome.
Step number 25, comprehend the role of Brahma Baba.
Since my last lesson, I have spent a considerable time practicing what my father calls Raj Yoga. I have found that it does not seem to matter where I sit to do this practice. After a few minutes, I am able to withdraw my consciousness from the body I am in and stabilize myself as a tiny point of light, a tiny star in the center of the forehead. As that tiny star, I find I can leave the limitations of the earth through my awareness and experience the place he describes as my original home, the place where I was with him and all other souls. I find deep comfort in the atmosphere of peace there, and often become absorbed in that experience of peace to the exclusion of all other awarenesses. I am so absorbed in my thoughts that I do not hear him walking towards me. Suddenly, I see he's settling down next to me. My heart and my eyes rise up to greet him. He greets me with his heart and eyes as well. Then after a few moments tells me that this is the greeting of souls to one another. Souls speak in the language of the eyes. This is called drishti. Our natural state, he tells me, is silence. He then smiles at me and asks whether my practice of Raj Yoga has raised new questions inside about who this is who has come to meet me in a human form, but speaks to me of souls as eternal points of light, as tiny stars. He doesn't give me a chance to respond. He then lifts his finger to his own forehead and touches it briefly, and then begins to speak the lesson for today.
Inside of this chariot, he says there are two souls. The one that took this body in the womb, and a second soul who entered after this chariot was in the final stages of his life. The second soul is the one who is teaching you, the one who is giving you love through the eyes of this chariot, the one who is your father and the father of all souls.
He pauses to allow time for me to absorb what he is telling me. I lean closer to him and look deeply into his eyes. His eyes are fixed on me, and I feel as if a current from him is pouring into me. My love for him is absolute. Although I am quite sure that I have never seen this physical body before I passed through the door of the magical confluence age, I recognize his eyes and the feeling of closeness and unbounded love each time I am with him. I at last understood the true meaning of the language of the eyes.
All of the mysteries of the known and unknown world, this mystery of the true identity of souls, and the knowledge of how souls can reclaim their vast inheritance and be reunited with the Supreme Soul, their beloved, is the most sacred. In a degraded and exhausted world, it would not have been possible for him to find you and teach you if he didn't meet you in a body and speak to you with a voice. So I have taken this body on loan. No one in the world knows that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, sits in this one's body and gives knowledge. I enter this one's ordinary body. Whatever actions I perform them through this one, or I inspire him to perform them. When I enter into the body of this human being, I sit in the center of the forehead next to the human soul. I am a guest. I enter and leave at my own will. Once I receive the organs, I become the master of this body, and I begin to speak through the organs. I enter with the specific aim to speak knowledge, and I remain totally detached. I come into sound so that I can take everyone beyond sound. I come into the corporeal world. I come from the corporeal world into the corporeal world, into a corporeal body, so that I can make my children complete and perfect. Always keep this in your consciousness, that it is your incorporeal Father who has descended into the corporeal world, into a physical body, and who is speaking to you. I am the one who is teaching. This one does not teach. I am the one who is sitting in this one's body, his chariot, and teaching. I call him the lucky chariot. I come in an incognito way to explain to my children, listen to me with this understanding.
My eyes leave his and roam quietly over the face and the body of this most fortunate chariot, the one who is carrying my father, the father of all souls. While I have grown fond of his physical presence over the time of my study, it is an ordinary body, and I wonder how it was that this one was chosen.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
So,
Julia.
Om Shanti.
so we're
Nice to see you. At least I saw you a moment ago.
Mohini
Where have you gone?
Didi and Avyakti Parivar.
yes, so Sister Luz
Are they?
from Suriname.
There we are.
So happy that you're with us and that you were able to make it this evening. You know, we realize that there's lots of things happening
My
there.
pleasure.
Yes. So you know that you're going to be here with us during the time of us exploring this chapter on Brahma Baba, and I think we all understand that when we first come to know that, you know, in this study and practice, it's not just Shiv Baba we're meeting, but we're actually meeting his chariot. And I'm wondering if you could share with us what it was like for you when you first came into knowledge and you remembered, you know, that, or you not remembered, but you came to know the role that Brahma Baba was playing. And how was that for you?
Well, thank you for being here, actually. It's interesting because I was thinking that in the beginning, there was a lot of connection with experiences that I had of soul consciousness. So Brahma Baba was there, and I accepted from my head a little bit that he's there. Mm-hmm. But I remember vividly when I went to Madhuban, and this was my second time to Madhuban, which was about 1.5 years after I came in Gyan, that I came in Madhuban, and everywhere I saw Brahma Baba's pictures. Actually, it was BAPDADA, but I was seeing Brahma Baba. And I could not handle it. It was like, what is he doing? You know, he's in my way. I don't want to see him. And it was really a big thing because I felt very much confused because I was in Panavavan and I was seeing these pictures everywhere and I couldn't handle it. So I went out one day, I was in the courtyard, and I met a brother I knew, who was older in Gyan. And he said, why do you look so confused? I said, you know, this Brahma Baba picture, it really confuses me. I don't want to see it. I'm here for Shiv Baba. And he gave me a very interesting answer. He said, well, then don't look at it. Don't see it. So he gave me that answer. And I was just, you know, I was stuck in the sense that, what did he tell me? You know, he's an older brother and he's telling me, no, don't look at it. Don't see it. So I went to sit in Baba's room with this answer and this question in mind. And I don't know what happened. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. Some magic trick Baba did on me again. And I start seeing BAPDADA, you know, understanding, especially understanding. Mm-hmm. Because I had read Adidev and I then started reading Adidev again. And so the whole story, Brahma Baba's story, what happened, how it happened, it came like a deja vu for me now, you know, like something I have seen before, I have known before, I have been in before. And that was it, you know, it was like making it very clear for me that the soul was playing the role. And in understanding the soul playing the role, it was so easy to accept his part in my life as well. And accept him as my spiritual, I see him more as my example. That he is the example, he had done it. So if he has done it, why couldn't I do it?
Well, you know, there's, first of all, thank you for being so honest about, you know, exactly what the experience was as you entered into the domain of meeting Baba and trying to understand it. And I think many of us, you know, have such different experiences. Some have recognition immediately. You know, others sort of reject, what is this? You know, I thought I had found God, and who is this? But somehow, some way, as Baba said, I mean, this is one of the hidden mysteries, you know, and this is something that's being revealed by God himself to us. And each one of us seem to have such a unique experience of it. So how has it grown over time, Luz? How did you develop that relationship over time with Baba and BAPDADA?
Yeah, for me, it's really knowledge, really knowledge, you know, study and understanding. And this was since the start, because my recognition of that it is God through this medium was through Murli, like understanding that no one can speak to me like that. And then understanding that it's a soul-to-soul connection. So that understanding kept me going and alive until today. And so gradually, you know, I started really understanding the role of BAPDADA, you know, in the body of Brahma Baba. But I haven't known Sakar Brahma. Didn't know Sakar Baba. So through Dari Guzar, you know, understanding the role of these souls as well on a deeper level, that it's a soul-to-soul connection. And that soul-to-soul connection, that it is Shiv Baba through that medium connecting with me, because Shiv Baba doesn't have this corporeal body of himself, so he needs this medium. And I deeply, you know, more and more, and the last year it's been on a deeper level as well, that this is for the soul. It's nothing to do with my body, but I need this body, and I needed the experiences in this body to understand what is the confluence age and what is the role of Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba, and then Dari Guzar, you know, like the whole picture.
Well, this is wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing with us. And we will look forward to having you with us again tomorrow evening.
Yes, same here. Thank you so much, Didi, and all of you.
Thank you very much, Luz. That was beautiful sharing. So now our quest for tomorrow. At Amrit Vela, our godly dawn. God's eyes are fixed on me, and I feel as if a current of his love is pouring into me. So this is a beautiful experience for tomorrow morning. God's eyes are fixed on me, and I feel as if a current of his love is pouring into me. And as we travel through the day, the incorporeal Father is teaching through the corporeal one. Put your footsteps in the footsteps of Brahma. And our night reflection. No one in the world knows that the Supreme Soul sits in this one's body and gives knowledge. This one meaning Brahma Baba. Were you able to understand this instantly, or did it take some time? And how did you come to know that this was true? So to reflect when we first understood that Shiva comes in the body of Brahma, and just reflect on that time, and you can write this experience down in 8 words, or you can draw 1 word and draw a picture around that word. Okay, so we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, sisters, and special welcome to Sister Luz. It was nice having you with us, and thank you for sharing. Now let's start our Avyakti journey. Welcome to Avyakti Journey Night Class. God speaks through the Lucky Chariot.
बच्चों धारण कर लो मीठे गीता ज्ञान को, योग लगाकर बना देवता, तजो दे अभिमान को। हम तुम सब भाई बहन, झूठ बोलना पाप, कहना सत्य सुनना सत्य, कर देता निष्पाप है। एक बात से सबसे ऊंची तुम्हें बताऊं बाद में, बनकर रहो पवित्र निरंतर शिव बाबा की याद में।
तो जैसे लौकिक माँ बाप को बच्चे प्यारे लगते हैं, जैसे बेहद माता पिता की रचना तो है ना, तो जरूर माता पिता ही होंगे, सिर्फ बाप तो नहीं होंगे। तो बेहद के माँ बाप को, उनको भी बच्चे बहुत प्यारे लगते हैं। सभी बच्चे प्यारे लगते हैं। क्यों? कि सर्व की सदगति दाता है। सब बच्चों को वो जानते हैं, नहीं सब इस ड्रामा के आदि मध्य अंत को जानते हैं। मनुष्य नहीं जान सकते हैं, नहीं। मनुष्य ये शास्त्रों को बहुत जानते हैं, भक्ति मार्ग के शास्त्र बड़ा नशा चढ़ता है। तो कहते हैं नहीं बच्चे को भी, बच्चे तुमको भी शास्त्रों का नशा और गुरुओं का नशा चढ़ा हुआ है। तो बाप ये समझाते हैं, देखो भारत क्या था अब क्या है। और बच्चे बच्चे कर करके पुकारते हैं, बच्चों को कहते हैं तुम अपने जन्म को नहीं जानते हो, मैं तुमको समझाता हूँ। तुम 84 जन्म का चक्कर कैसे पास करते हो, फिर कैसे रिपीट करते हो। बाप बच्चों को समझाते हैं। नॉलेजफुल बाप को कहा जाता है। बाप को कहा जाता है जब उनसे बच्चे नॉलेजफुल, तब कहेंगे मास्टर नॉलेजफुल। जब वो है ही नहीं तो नॉलेजफुल कैसे कोई बन सकते हैं। तो ये नॉलेज क्या है? ये भक्ति की, ये शास्त्रों की वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह। तो उनके लिए बाप आके समझाते तुम बच्चे, जो तुमने तीर्थ यज्ञ प्रदान वगैरह सब किए है ना, उनसे कोई मैं तो नहीं किसको मिल सकता हूँ। ये भक्ति मार्ग है। मैं जब आता हूँ तो तुम बच्चों को मैं ज्ञान का सागर हूँ ना, तो मैं आकर के तुमको सृष्टि के आदि मध्य अंत का ये राज समझाता हूँ। तो कितना सहज है समझने की बातें। फिर भी क्यों नहीं, कहीं कहीं नहीं समझते, न है उनका पाठ, न है उनको उच्च पद प्राप्त करना, समझते हैं जास्ती नहीं समझते, तो फिर साधारण प्रजा में आ जाएंगे। क्योंकि राजधानी स्थापना हो रही है नहीं यहाँ, नहीं तो सतयुग में ये देवी देवता आए कहाँ से। तो ये संगम युग, इसको भी बच्चा कहा जाता है कॉन्फ्लुएंस। ये जो कहा जाता है ना कुंभ, कुंभ वो कुंभ नहीं है नदियों सागर या नदियों का, नहीं नहीं, ये जैसे ये नदियां ज्ञान की नदियां हो तो बच्चियां तो आपस में भी मिलते हो, जैसे नदियां भी आपस में मिलती है, नदियां भी मिलते हो। कि सब नदियों का छोड़ कर जाते हैं सागर में। तो निकली भी सागर से, पति भी सागर से। सागर से निकले हैं ना, ये पानी कहाँ से निकला है? सागर से ही निकलती है नदियाँ। तुम बाप को याद करेंगे, माया वहां से योग तो रहेगी। जैसे इसका खानी है नहीं, परमात्मा ऐसे अपने तरफ खींचेंगे, माया अपने तरफ खींचेगी। तो इसको युद्ध का मैदान कहा जाते हैं। भारत के पुराने से पुराने दुश्मन है ये रावण, जिसको ये ऐसी जी को जलाते आते हैं, फिर मरता जलता ही मुठा नहीं है। दिन प्रतिदिन उसको 2-5 इंच लंबा करते जाते हैं, क्योंकि बरोबर है ये रावण की और ही आयु बड़ी होती जाती है नहीं, तो और ही जाति तंग करता रहते हैं। ये चित्र जो बनाए हैं ये सभी भक्ति मार्ग के खिलौने आए, गुड्डी पूजा, ये बाप आके समझाते हैं। नहीं तो जो भक्त है वो थोड़ी ऐसे समझते हैं। नहीं, बाप आकर के समझे क्या कर रहे हो, तो समझाते हैं क्या करते हो। बोला गुड़िया बनाते हो ना बरोबर, देखो जो दीपमाला आती है, देवियों की पूजा करते हैं। बंगाल में तो बहुत दस्तूर पर कहाँ किस दर का कहाँ हनुमान को निकालते हैं पूजा करके, नाक वाले, हाँ गणेश 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 काम बंद, हनुमान की पूजा करते हैं, पुछ वालों की। क्या बातें लिखी हुई है, पूछ को आगे लगाई और लंका जल गई। अब ये किसने बनाया ये सब बैठ करके? व्यास भगवान। अरे भगवान ऐसे काम थोड़ी करते हैं, भगवान एक है। फिर व्यासवरी कहाँ से आया जिसको भगवान के, तो जब कहते हो पत्ते तो पावन है, ये जिनकी तकदीर बनी होंगी उनको ऊपर बुद्धि में बैठने जाता। ऐसे ही जो नॉलेज जो होती है, तो बच्चों की कोई तो बुद्धि में नॉलेज बैठती है, अच्छा पास करते हैं 90 मार्क्स 95 मार्क्स, और किसके बुद्धि में नहीं बैठती है तो 10 मार्क्स 15 मार्क्स में भी चले जाते हैं। अच्छा, ये तो बाबा ने चित चैट की बच्चों से, यह ज्ञान की चित चैट जैसे बच्चों के साथ, यानी बच्चों के साथ आत्माओं से पूछते हैं और बात करते हैं। अच्छा बच्ची बाजा बजा।
सुनी जब अमृत वाणी सन्मुख आ जाते हैं, सुनी जब अमृत वाणी सन्मुख आ जाते हैं, ऐसा लगता जैसे हमको समझाते हैं, समझ के हम बच्चे सेवा में रहते हैं, बाबा इन कानों में हर पल कुछ कहते हैं, बाबा इन नैनों में समाए हुए रहते हैं।
मीठे मीठे सिक्के दे रूहानी बच्चों पर माता पिता बाप दादा का याद प्यार और गुड नाइट।
Wonderful night class, Baba's, chit chat with Baba's children. So we are very lucky to listen to Baba. So thank you very much. Just to remind, tomorrow is Wednesday. So all awake children, we have Murli tomorrow from 5 to 5:30 p.m. and rest of the schedule will be same. Amritwela and evening, same sessions will continue. Just to let you all know, soon we will be finishing the month of May and beginning the month of June. June is the month of Mama, and we are having very special series coming up, and we will let you all know soon. So something new is on the way. Thank you. And now let's remember Baba. Take drishti, share drishti. Request everyone to turn on your videos. This is the few moments together. We are in Baba's deep remembrance, which can help us spiritually. Upliftment can happen. So let's do.
Om Shanti. Baba used to come every night to find out how we're doing in Madhuban, every night for 20 minutes to find out about well-being, chit-chat, laugh with us, right? So for us also, these are golden days that every evening we are able to meet and chat and share a little more for our journey. So we thank Baba and of course the family. So Om Shanti and everyone, good night. Om Shanti.